This is Watch Your Style. My name's Eric. Today I'm going to do a review for you guys on another watch that's very similar to the Batman in the sense that it's a special edition and has caused a little bit of a commotion as far as me as a dealer trying to get these pieces for the demand of the customers. But that watch is the Rolex Deepsea Blue. Now, this watch in particular has a couple different names. Yes, it's a Rolex Deep Sea, but it's also a Rolex Sea-Dweller. So the biggest thing is that it's not just a regular deep sea, but it's a deep blue sea. I don't know anymore. I mean, there's just so many different names. Some call me and say, hey Eric, do you have the Rolex Deep Sea James Cameron Edition? But that one's actually not too far-fetched because the watch was introduced to commemorate a deep dive that James Cameron did. But overall, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it the Rolex Deepsea Blue. At least from now on, that's the name I'm gonna focus on. So, the Rolex Deepsea Blue is a watch that pretty much it's exactly like the standard deep sea. And I have mixed emotions about the Deepsea Sea-Dweller just because I owned one myself. I'll never forget the day I saw at the AD what appeared to be a submariner that took more steroids than Brock Lesnar. Initially when I saw it, I said, I almost had the same reaction when I saw the 41mm Day 2. I just wasn't sure if my mind was playing tricks on me. But initially I saw it and I kind of fell in love with it. That was right around the hype when watches started to be more popular in a bigger size. I bought one and I feel like it was a mistake, especially because I traded an LV sub that was in Krispy Kreme condition for it. And I liked it in the beginning, but then I kind of felt like it was a little bit uncomfortable. So that's that one thing I'm gonna go ahead and say about the Deep Sea, and I tell everyone very upfront. The Deep Sea watch is not for everybody. You have to try it on and see if it fits your wrist, and also if the weight's gonna be a problem. I know many people that I've sold one to and are very happy with it and wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. Other than that, this watch is exactly the same. It's pretty much a very extreme dive watch that can handle depths up to 12,800 feet. And unless you're a real deal welder for an oil rig company, I just don't see anybody using it that much. So it's more like of a novelty thing, It's got the helium escape valve on the side of the case, those type of things. So this is really one of the most tool watches that Rolex has. It really's got a lot of science and engineering behind it. But overall, besides all of that, the only difference with this model being the Deep Blue Sea model, Deep Sea Blue model, whatever we're gonna call it again, is just the dial. That's the only difference. It's got this really nice, because I like it, really nice, interesting looking dial that fades from blue to black, obviously signifying the whole, ocean depth thing. But one major change that it has is that the deep sea, the word deep sea was changed from the 12 o'clock position to the 6 o'clock. And I know it might sound kind of stupid and childish, but the one thing that really I like about this watch is that neon green yellow color that they chose for the word deep sea. For me, that's that one thing that just kind of pops and grabs my attention. I like that about the watch. It instantly grabs my eye. And that was also painted the same color as the submarine that James Cameron used during his deep sea dive. So it's a 44mm case. And one thing that I want to tell you that, for example, the Yachtmaster 2 is a 44mm case, but it wears very comfortable. The difference is the Deep Sea is very tall. When you look at it on the side of your wrist, it sits very tall. So that's something you might want to consider. If you have a large wrist, 8 inches and above, it's going to suit you better because of the way that the brace is going to sit on your wrist. It's going to kind of help that look of it being too tall. When you got a small wrist, it's going to look really tall, But overall, it's still a Rolex, very dependable. You know, it's got pretty much basically a submariner movement inside, but this is a watch that has also demanded, it's got a cult following. This is a watch that could possibly be a very good collector in the future. For me right now, I'm not sure about it yet. I'm on the fence, okay? Let's keep in mind that a standard Deepsea Sea-Dweller sells for an average of around $7,500 to $8,000 pre-owned. You know, they've gone down a little bit, the demand and stuff. The price is really what will allow me as a salesman to be able to sell these type of watches. But the difference is that the Deep Blue Sea is going to cost you pre-owned $11,500. Now, that's a lot of money. I mean, not a lot of money, but a big difference for just the dial. So you kind of want to look at it really good and see if you really want to pay that much for the dial. I don't have a crystal ball. If not, I would play the lotto and gamble in the stock market heavily. But you know, it might go up in value, but for right now, we don't know. You know, I guess my biggest fear is that the Deepsea James Cameron is gonna one day maybe just be worth a couple grand more than the regular one. You know, we don't know. For the most part, I do know that it's a limited production type watch. It's no longer being produced from what I heard. If you've heard otherwise, please feel free to drop a comment and enlighten me. But you know, it's something that right now, believe it or not, they're not easy to find. This is a watch that is not easy to locate right now. I've gotten several requests for it. I have sold a few, but at times I find it very challenging to find. So as far as the watch game goes, you know, for the Rolex Deepsea Blue, I definitely see it way higher a notch in the watch game than a standard Rolex Deepsea. Nothing wrong with the Deepsea, guys. You know, I'm just saying, I see it, you know, the standard Deepsea is kind of right there with like a Submariner, something of that nature. The Deepsea Blue obviously puts you in a higher status. You gotta have literally balls to pay so much more over the standard one for the dial. And, you know, at least me, that deserves credit in my book. You know, you will get some extra points from me for stretching the extra dollar and getting the Deep Blue Sea. And I think it's a fantastic watch if you're a real collector and you want something different. You know, the chances of having a Rolex Deepsea Blue on and another person walking up with one is very unlikely. You know, so it's a really nice watch to wear daily, and it's something special. And when we start getting into collecting watches and stuff like that, that's kind of the things that put certain pieces and separate it from others, is availability. How hard is it to get it? And if it's something special. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. My name is Eric, and this is Watch Your Style.